Actors, this might be holding you back. Hey everyone, I'm Matthew Cornwell with Get Taped here in Atlanta, Georgia, one of Atlanta's original audition taping services, which I co-own with my beautiful wife, Brooke. There she is. And now on to our topic. This might be holding you back. Over the last 12 plus years of taping auditions for actors, we hear a lot of the different ways in which actors assess their own work. One of our favorites is when an actor records a take and upon watching it back says, I didn't hate it. To which we respond, good. While this might seem innocuous or even humorous, when you hear it many times over the years from many different actors, it starts to raise an eyebrow. And it struck me one day that perhaps there's a direct correlation between our self-talk and where we are in our acting careers. This correlation actually seems ridiculously obvious, but I think we ignore it far too often. Let me expound upon this theory. I posit that if, in your normal life, you have negative self-talk running through your head, you constantly feel like you're not good enough, or you're not worthy of blessings or bookings, or you just have an overall lack mentality, then you will always watch your performances back with way too much judgment and even self-hatred. And if you hate your own performance, then it'll just reinforce that feeling that you're not good enough, or it doesn't matter because I'm not going to book it anyways. It's a terrible cycle that causes actors to spiral downward into a very dark place where eventually they want to quit. Some actors will vacillate in and out of this dark place at different points throughout their career. That would be me. Others go into this dark place and never seem to climb out of it. So what's the solution? Well, first, I want it known that Brooke and I do not subscribe to the name it and claim it or prosperity gospel ways of thinking. However, no one would dispute that if you have a lot of personal baggage cluttering up your mind, it's creating obstacles to your own growth as a human and as an actor. Because once you get yourself to a more healthy place and realize you are a person of worth, you are loved, and people do care about your contribution, then you'll actually start to enjoy this art form more. You'll stop hating your auditions and potentially even liking them. Imagine that. Now, I fully realize that improving your mental health is much easier said than done. So in no way am I trying to trivialize this Herculean task. But I dare say a lot of actors don't even think their mental game is compromised at all. See, as humans, we're really good at compartmentalizing. So it's easy to think that your acting career is different than your side hustle, is different than your family and your friends and your physical health, etc. When clearly, all of these different parts of your life invariably affect all of the others. And the common thread amongst all of them is what's happening up here. So wherever you are in this mental journey, just don't get caught up in the idea that art is suffering. Well, at least don't hide behind that saying. Because yes, this industry requires commitment, patience, discipline, patience, resilience, patience, and an indomitable spirit. And did I mention patience? But it does not need to be constant suffering. Because the actors that are able to sustain careers that last decades are the ones that seem to have this mental game figured out. There are so many tragic examples from Hollywood of actors whose careers or lives have ended prematurely due to their own personal demons. We all have personal demons, but like I said, some actors give in to this notion that somehow that's what it takes to be a good actor. And that is a lie from the pit of hell. You can be an actor and be fulfilled. It is possible, but it starts well before the audition. It starts up here. Our advice is to first make sure this industry has not become an idol to you. If you worship this industry above all other things in your life, that's a red flag. I can't tell you how many times that I've heard from actors who started families somewhere along their career, suddenly booked more because they stopped making the industry such an idol. They focused on their family, and somehow that actually made them book more. Weird. So you need to have other aspects of your life that are fulfilling so that you're not focusing all of your happiness, all of your worth into this industry. Community is another way that you can battle this negative self-talk. Having a group of people around you who are in the industry but do not sit around and complain about the industry is important. We talked about this in a previous video, but there's a quote that says that you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. So if all 5 of those people that you're closest to just sit around and complain about the industry, well, then that becomes a reflection on you. Having hobbies is another great way to find fulfillment in your life without placing all of the importance on your acting career. And there are so many other small ways in which you can work on this mental game. If you're dealing with more severe issues, then I highly recommend you see a therapist or get some other professional help. Now, this topic is very nuanced, so we'd love to continue it in the comments below or over email. Neither Brooke or I are mental health professionals, but we can bring our decades of experience within this industry and how we've coped with our own ups and downs. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on set.